wiper controls right there. Yeah, I noticed that when we dragged it out of Washington. I had Dominique pushing on to see if it was, I had Dominique pushing here to see if it was an 8-track.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I can't lie, I thought it would be. Well, maps.
Northern Indiana.
Yep.
That's the way it used to be. Pull this out, try to figure where you're at.
North Dakota.
Wisconsin Highway Work Zones, 1998.
Yep.
And probably still the same ones today.
What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. Well, as usual, I tell you, we got a different video for you guys today. Well, there's a reason for that. We're not running Orwell today. That's primarily what we do. We're in the shop today. And that's also primarily what we and Chris do here, because, well, Chris gets a lot of crap done here while I'm out on the road. But now we're gonna continue pushing on the Ford CL9000. Now, what exactly are we doing? Well, I'll go ahead and update you real quick as to what we're doing and why we're doing it in the direction we're doing it. Very recently in a video I released that we had taken the frame apart, right here, got that out, and that was gonna go up to New England, Vermont specifically, to get a new frame rail made. That didn't work out as well as I had planned. Coming up in a video, we'll show you what happened with my plan with getting my frame made and who's going to be doing the frame. Because not only, you gotta bear in mind, not only do we have that Ford, we got the P352 there that's gonna need a frame, and ultimately we have an engine that needs a truck to go in, and that's gonna need a whole new frame as well. So that's 3 trucks that I need whole frames for eventually. But this one we're really trying to push hard on now. Now I did drop off this frame, and that's in a video coming up here soon. So stick with me while I bounce around from older content driving to newer shop content. But the Ford CL9000 is getting a whole brand new frame. And I'm really excited to see that. However, we really can't do much with the frame. It's not here, and there's a build time on the frame. It's a little extensive time-wise. Not terrible, but you know, it is what it is, because we're squeezing in a custom-built one-off frame in a much larger manufacturer that makes about maybe 2, 3, 4, up to 500 frames a day, and we're making 2 frame rails, 1 frame total. So what we're gonna try to do is get this thing started, meaning not like, well, obviously we turn a key, it won't do anything, but we're trying to at least start on working on the cab, because wouldn't it be nice to have the cab ready to go before we put it on the frame? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? All right, well, let's go ahead and explain what we're doing and why we're doing it. So the idea is we want to be able to run the cab both electrically and pneumatically to start making it function, okay? Because it sounds dumb. The wipers, are they air wipers or electric wipers? Don't know, I never messed with it yet. The lights, do they work? I mean, obviously we're not worried about whether they actually turn on or not, but the wiring, is there an issue? Can we go ahead and start cleaning it up? Replacing the lights on the cab with more modern LEDs, making sure your air valves work inside your truck, you know, for your brake valves and so on. Any kind of little thing we can check on it to find out if it works while we're on a body stand here. That would be nice to know. Heck, if nothing else, just to clean it up a bit, right? Well, that's the idea, is to try to start getting this cab going. Now, if you think about it, a truck cab, especially these older ones, Orwell's included in this. In reality, the driver inside the truck controls the truck. That's kind of obvious, but what does it, how does he do it? Through what means does the driver run the truck? Well, you have, for lack of a better term, 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. Really simple, right? Mechanical. You know, you shift your gears, that's through mechanical linkage. Your throttle through mechanical linkage. Steering through mechanical linkage. Everything else runs on the other 2. One is electrical and the other is pneumatic. All things we could duplicate here. We can get a battery, hook a charger to it, and run the truck via a battery and a battery charger. We have shop air. We can run the truck pneumatically. Think about it. Truck will shut off at about 125, 130 psi, right? Well, we've got 135 psi available with the current air compressor I'm running. So we can simulate the engine running and having air tanks in the truck. So that's basically the idea. Get the electric hooked up, get the pneumatics hooked up, and then run the truck as you see it on the rolling stand. Now, how do we do that? Chris already got started trying to figure that out. All right, Chris, so you know, when I took this truck apart, obviously you see, I tried to keep the wiring harness basically unmolested. Now, there was a point when I started actually lifting the cab, we were running out of day. It turned into any of the pneumatics or any coolant lines. I was just cutting, just get it separated, get it off, get it out. Because the next morning I had to bring the telehandler I used back. So I tried to be nice and neat with it, but then there was a little bit of butchery involved.
There's not a lot of wires to start with, though.
It's kind of a simple machine, isn't it?
Your starter is going to be here. That's probably the exciter wire. The rest of them are just inputs. That's maybe tack. I don't know. Was it mechanical tack, or do you remember?
It was mechanical.
Well, we'll figure out what that is. Alternator is probably here. Still got the old 70s voltage regulator. Pretty cool. That'll go away. Alternator connections here. And I'm assuming this is cab power.
Yeah, that came from the battery. Now, that was why I never wanted to do a will it start with it, because look at how the wires just cracked and they were just itching to just short out and catch fire.
Well, this is scabbed together.
Yeah. So I did not trust putting any power to it ever. Like, now we're in a controlled situation, but when it was a whole truck and you couldn't really see any of the wiring, I didn't want to touch a damn thing with power or fuel. It was just take it apart. I know everyone likes will it start videos. However, will it burn to the ground video is not what I was trying to do. And that is dang nasty looking. Oh, at least they put a bolt in there.
Well, they just added, these probably went to the alternator, and for whatever reason, they went to the battery with it. I'm guessing. So, got to figure out if that's power or ground.
If I remember right, that was power.
That's probably cab power. This should be cab power. That's coming up from the starter.
Yep.
Connecting there. So, we just have to find a ground.
Well, it's just a matter of figuring it out. Did you look at anything pneumatically yet or not yet?
No, I just got it rolled out here and start looking at it.
Yeah, I seen you found somebody else already made a home in this thing already.
Yeah.
Well, it was that way when we got it.
It's a nice little home.
Yeah, well, you can tell it's been a while. So Chris found this. Now, I found a plaque in the trailer that came with it from when it was placed at back then. The TA was Ken's Truck World. It was placed there in '98, best I could tell. But then the little mouse must have made a home in there back in the day. That works perfect. And then we found this from Grand Forks Herald, Sunday, October 25th, 1998. Okay. You know, now where the mouse got its home from. So I was trying to see look at the price on here. Deal of a lifetime. Get your muffler done or something. I don't know, that's a deal. I was trying to see how much they want for that tire. Holy crap, look at the prices on tires.
90 bucks, 80 bucks, yeah.
175, 70, R13, 62.99. Damn, what a deal. 215, 60, R16s for only $81.
Snow tires.
Snow tires, Econo snow tire for $30 basically, $29.95.
Complete radiator flush, 45 bucks.
Wow.
I would get out of bed for that much.
Yeah, so we got some cleaning to do. And then, yeah, this was from me. I stabbed it with the forklift by accident. So I do think I have a better idea. See these little spaces? I might just see if I can get Rob to make me just a nice little thing, just cover the hole. And then this the rest of the, it's got a winter front too. And a caulking gun. That's
some kind of adhesive. Never been opened.
All-purpose adhesive. All right. Oh, okay, cool. We got some value out of that. And a paint tray.
We could have used them.
Wet paint.
Brushes. We could put stripes on your pickup. We got a can of paint.
There we go. That's white paint. And we'll put racing stripes on your Power Stroke dually.
It'd look better on the Hemi dually.
Yeah, see, the interior in this thing it's actually in really great shape other than the sagging headliner. However, it's dirty and needs clean real bad, but it's in real awesome shape other than it needing to be cleaned. Only bad thing, I never did get a key for it. That's typical like Ford pickup truck keyhole, but now I did notice this too. I don't know if that's for the horn or the starter or something. This extra button.
Usually a horn. That would be your engine start, I think.
Oh yeah, it says right there, engine start. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it probably the horn button and the wheel quit working. Okay. Yep.
Wing. Huh.
And then your regular window. That's interesting. Cool. All right.
This was a fancy truck for the day, really.
I noticed one other thing. I'll go ahead and show the audience here. That Ford, everyone think, oh, it's just a Ford. Nah, Ford really did a pretty bang up job with these trucks, I thought. I'm pretty sure this is not factory Ford, it's somebody's idea. But yeah, they even give the passenger a heat and air conditioning climate control setup over here. In other words, Ford did dual climate control zones in semis long before anybody thought about it in a car. So yeah, don't talk crap about Ford semis. They're actually pretty badass. Yeah, so just quick looking, it's almost like the electrical is all on one side of the truck. Oh man, that might have made life a little easier. These are plugs.
Cannon plugs.
Cannon plugs, yeah. Except for the center one. That's typical Ford right there.
Yeah, but you got it all out in one piece, so.
Yeah, well, it's...
And again, there's not much to it compared to newer stuff.
Oh, big time, yeah. And all the pneumatics, I guess, is all over here. Right there's your airlines. Like I said, I just cut them and got them out. Air conditioning lines, and then your coolant lines for your heaters. Here's your air intake for your heater on one side, and then the air intake for the heater on this side. Yeah, as far as I know, it's got two separate evaporators and heater cores. One a sleeper too? Or does it do like Orwell's, a borrow one?
The bunk's completely separate too.
Is it?
Yeah. See it right back there? That's your heater box.
Oh, look at that, way back there.
Out in the open, easy to get to.
Man, I didn't even knew that.
And this is all easy to get to. This is all underneath the floor.
That's the bunk heater box right there. Oh, wow. Dude, all this, oh man, hope I didn't hurt it. Oh, when I stabbed it with the fork. Oh.
Not fire brush. Yeah, you busted it. But we can fix it. I don't know about that heater core.
Ooh.
So that's going to
That heater core might have survived. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I'll have to take that out. Dang it.
Just one more thing.
Well, alrighty, so now you get the idea of what we're trying to do. So now we're just gonna set up the camera, start working on it, figuring out, where to get power, where to get pneumatics from, and how to hook it all up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on it. I'm trying to remember how the wiring harness laid over the frame or over the engine. Well, I mean,
It's not that.
alternator's on this side, starter's over there.
So did it come? Maybe it did. No, that's hose. It's just for
Water line. Here. There was something hooked on these. Might have been another line, might have been like a clamp for the harness to go over. I would think from the starter over to the back of the engine, because Orwell's that way, everything runs to the back.
Here, and that's the only electric you need is that. And that. But then you've got the temp centers and your band switch up here.
Oh, this is all trailer stuff.
Yeah, that's the only ABS cables that were any good.
Yeah, you got these sensors here, water.
One temperature, one's down. And that's it.
Air conditioner up here. Here's your plug here.
Pretty simple.
I think it came around the back when I think about it. Yeah, so I remember cutting the.
Oh,
I remember cutting the cables off.
Starter wire, oil pressure there.
Yep.
12 volt to open the fuel solenoid.
I don't remember how good these batteries were back here. I'm out of something. I think. I have fun. Oh, one's good. Chris, I'm gonna throw some power to one of the batteries on a charger.
Just charge it on.
Yeah. We're gonna throw a battery on it just to have it. So that's the power distribution right there under the dash. Not even under it. Oh, it's just a little cover right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it, huh?
Figure out what we want to power up. Next I need to go to the key. Get behind it. See what I gotta do there. Crawl up my leg. Hear me scream like a girl and run.
Yeah, they're wiper. Yeah, pneumatic wipers.
Motor mirror. Oh, let's add it on.
Probably some of these extra pieces are there.
Yeah, heated mirror and that's a motor mirror. Yeah. You cruise. Yeah, it had cruise control. There's no switch there, but
Yep. And then your wiper controls right there. Yeah, I noticed that when we dragged it out of Washington. I had Dominique pushing on to see if it was. I had Dominique pushing here to see if it was an 8-track.
yeah, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
What do we got here?
Well, maps.
Northern Indiana.
Yep.
That's the way it used to be. Pull this out, try to figure where you're at.
North Dakota.
Wisconsin highway work zones. 1998.
Yep.
It's probably still the same ones today.
Actually, it'd be interesting to look. I bet 41
It's still
in 98. No, 41 was not even an interstate.
It was a U.S. route. Yeah.
Detail maps Milwaukee and Madison right there. Yeah, on this map it still shows 41 as a. See, that's the thing. 41 from Milwaukee all the way up. That all had cross. You drive right across. It wasn't an interstate yet.
The U.S.
It's the same area, but yeah, see, it wasn't an interstate.
Yeah.
But I already knew that because I remember driving up here. Matter of fact, I already moved up here prior to them changing it. Oh, battery power.
Around for a CB, and you got it there.
There's another one right here too.
Other than that,
There's a nice shelf up there too. I didn't even realize that was there.
it's small, but it's just really nice.
Just a spot to sleep. That's about all you're doing in there. That's all I ever need.
I always slept right there.
Right on the
That
doghouse.
way you didn't sleep very long. Wake up with your back hurting. Time to go.
That's the key switch, huh?
Probably go get one for any Ford from the day.
Probably good. Except this is a push button start. I don't know if this was, if it had a, you had to turn it also or not. I have no idea.
Not that one. Yeah, it is that one.
So for the camera, what you're trying to do is trying to figure out from the wiring harness laid out in front of the truck, which of these wires translates to the out. You're trying to basically find if you're calling this the input, what the output is on the actual harness itself.
Verifying what I think it is out there to where it ends up in here. I don't want to put power to the wrong wire.
Right.
So I've got the power wire now. So that's where we'll hook power to.
So this yellowish wire, you're saying that's the main power.
Yeah.
To the switch.
Yeah. And then that's ground. This one goes to the button. This one is probably accessory.
All right, so you got an old battery. I stole it out of the 352. Years ago, I put brand new batteries in the 352 when I had to bring it from the old shop to storage. That's when I made the video where I didn't have the fuel shut off set right and the damn thing ran away with me in it with no brakes and I had to almost drive it into a field. Yeah, it's a funny video to watch. Did you ever see that one?
Oh yeah.
That's why the high idle stick is bent from me stomping on it. I was in the old shop.
Okay, yeah.
I was driving it around, it just took off. But anyway, the battery was good then. It sat for a lot of time. We threw the charger on it. Ought to be some kind of snot to it. Obviously, we're not cranking an engine over. We're lucky to turn a light on or. Not for nothing, my goal today basically is like, when we see some lights turn on and the wipers try to move. We are still trying to hunt down the frame ground to it, where you ground the body with the frame. And I can't remember where in the world it was. If we even had one. And I'm gonna drop your ground, Chris. We're trying to get a complete spot here. It's something. There's a little bit of arcage. Not much. Something came on, maybe a light.
Ah, bump light. Or, side box light.
Oh,
It works.
ah!
How cool is
Let me
that?
get the camera. First sign of life.
Yeah.
Side box light works. All right, I knew something was turned on.
We're on the right track.
Well, that's how you.
So far.
That's where to start. What you got now?
9, 10. It's climbing.
That battery might still be weak as hell.
That's plenty to just
Yeah.
work lights and stuff.
Well, that's why I like battery in the middle. That way you can actually throw something at it.
Blowers on.
I hear something. Blower motor. I heard a radio come on. Ah!
See that?
Yeah, the camera missed it though, but yeah.
It's got a blower here and a blower over there.
Chris turned the other blower on and we missed it off camera. When he goes, did you see that? There was a bunch of like leaves and stuff blew out on the passenger side.
It was probably a mouse nest. The remnants.
Yeah.
Okay, now. That's all. Let's see what else we got.
All right, hit that button. Sounds like a Ford pickup truck. So I told you I heard the radio crackle.
Look out.
Really?
We're jamming.
There you go. I got to talk over. You also get copywritten. So this is the horn button then, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, still won't start though.
Damn it.
You'll
We'll need
figure
a
out
longer
why.
extension cord, Chris. Yeah, that's the power. Hit that again.
It's jammed.
Oh yeah, it's all twisted and bent here. I don't know if that jammed up or this just got whacked out of shape, but yeah, just bump it quick so you see it. All right, the other way. Yeah, so somebody put on, I'm assuming this is aftermarket, a motor. That's the only problem with these Cabovers. If you're sitting over there and you want this window rolled down, how do you do it? Your arm ain't that long. It's not a 359, you just reach over. Ay, ay, ay. Up, up, up. Hang on. We have two that work. Off and up, they're flip. Yeah, one flickers and the other one burns. Oh, the interrupt? No, they're all on the frame. No, they're off. We need longer extension cord. Yeah, well, you got one clearance light working. The passenger side one was flickering. I thought maybe you were hitting something to make it flicker.
Yeah, there's a button. When you pass somebody and blink your light,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
Yeah, to interrupt. Okay, yeah, because it was two of them. Now you only got one. So I guess the bulb burnt out or something. Man, I was hoping to get a cool thumbnail while the light's working. That's not going to make a good thumbnail with only one light on. Oh well.
I don't have everything powered. We don't have.
Oh, it's just light in the dash.
There's no. I've got a high beam indicator, but that's.
Oh, is that there? Okay.
That's all I've got.
No, there's a light underneath here.
There was. they're all out then.
I don't know what, oh, there's just a blank for covering up a gauge that ain't there.
Well, I'm guessing we got a bunch of bad bulbs.
Or dirty contacts, or both.
What else? What else? Motor mirror. Yep,
It's trying.
it works. No, it's moving.
Is it? Let me go over there. Can I hit it? There it goes, yep.
Not moving very much.
Nope. Yeah, but we know the wiring works when we put new ones on.
Heat. See if it gets warm.
Gotta let the engine warm up first, Chris.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
All right.
Most important thing, see if we got CB power. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we can talk. Yep.
What about that light above your head? Excellent. It's easy to do our logbooks now. Woohoo! Now I can have the pastor do my logbook for me.
Check this.
Look at that.
Front back blower. Nope. No back blower, bump blower.
We got a bunch of lights working, and we got CB power, the horn works.
Blower.
We have one dash light that works. Blower motors work. All right, put it back on the cab. Let's go. Let's go trucking.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna check the start button. Is that mirror getting warm?
No. Oh. Well, in truth, that one will be replaced with a newer mirror, but still.
Yeah, it doesn't sound real good.
I think this truck was in drivable, serviceable condition when they parked it.
I would imagine they probably drove it out there.
I don't think it actually got like stored. They just towed it in, parked it, and that's where it sat. Built the porch off it, and they never thought to move it again.
Yeah.
Sat for at least 25 years. In a way, I kind of feel that's a shame, but in the end, it preserved it pretty good because no one was driving it. It was far off the lot, so nobody could crash into it. So in reality, I think it preserved the truck. But I don't know, it just seems like a cruel thing to do to a good truck. Just leave it sit. But it served its purpose. All right, so right now you have it as if the key is turned on with your jumpers. So you got your low air light and a buzzer. And you push the button, a bunch of other stuff comes on. Yep. Okay.
Is the gauges powered up?
Water temp's up like around 100 if it didn't move. Fuel gauge, I don't think works at all. Pointed down.
Well, there's no sender on
It's
there.
here.
I just didn't know. There's no sender on any of them, obviously, but I didn't know if they
Nothing's moving.
Well, these are
Tack don't bounce. Yeah, well, they're mechanical anyway.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah, what's this? Voltmeter.
Here, do we have anything there? Let me unhook something. No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, it went.
All right, well, the dash is powered then.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
So I think we've pretty much got everything, except for the start wire.
Yeah, electrical, except the start wire, we don't know. But the button works.
It could be something.
God, it's so weird getting out of this thing. It's so different than Orwell. And then when your last step, it's like right on the floor. That makes it weird too. Oh yeah, the blinkers, you didn't try them yet.
I did, they're not working, but I don't have the accessory wire on.
You got a left.
No right?
No right, but then again, the bulb could be just burnt out.
Oh yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we got one. We got one clearance light and one blinker.
That's all we need. We're legal.
Whoop whoop, truck it up. Oh, that's the 4-way. Yeah, it could just be that bulb shot. If you want, it's probably 1156. I got a bunch of them. It's probably 1157. I know I have a bunch of them.
56.
No, it'd be.
Not a running light.
You would think it would be a running light.
Yeah, some of them had a little running light bulb out.
Yeah. Well, if it had a running light, it'd be 1157. If it's just a turn signal, it'll be 1156. Either way. Chris, the other thing too with that start button, now, you know, typically a pickup truck, you have to turn the key to start rather than a push button. I wonder if you don't have to do both with that.
I doubt it. I would be surprised.
No, it wouldn't be because it's the same side. You know, the switch, you know, the key switch and the button.
Yeah.
If it was, you'd have to use two hands. You know.
I don't see that.
Yeah, probably not. What we got there? Oh, look at that. It's trying.
Corroded. Yeah, there's no running light, park light in this.
Oh, so that's just a reflector.
Yeah. More fancy ones would have like a 194 bulb out here.
See, this isn't the problem. This is getting these ever break.
It's pulled out of the cab there.
Yep, yellow one too.
But it's not sure it's easy.
And all them screws broke.
Yep.
Nah.
Probably gonna.
I probably have to replace them somehow or way. Add it to the list. The Critch list.
Gotta have LEDs on it.
Yeah, it's just a matter if anybody makes these. Now, if anybody knows any place that makes a set for CL9000s with this corner light like that, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. If not, we're just gonna have to adapt and improvise like we do.
Just regular turn signals.
Yeah.
It'll have one stud or two. You just make it fit.
Yeah, we can make something happen. Let's see what we need up here.
Phillips.
No, don't need anything. Push, twist, and out.
Yeah, okay.
Where's that broken piece of lens? I'll stick it up there.
One second.
Close the doors on the shop. There you go. I should have had that on camera.
I want to do it on the trailer, but I want to mess it up. There.
Perfect. Look what I found.
See, 1983.
1983 Ford. That's been rattling around in there for quite some time, Chris.
It's an owner's manual.
Yeah. I'd love to have the service manual for this thing.
Payday. There's a nickel.
Look at that. Oh, if you ever wondered how to run your 1983 Ford, there you go. How to shift it, all your transmissions, different gear patterns. Telling you how to cage your brakes.
Yeah.
They don't even teach that to truck drivers.
No,
Meanwhile, when you bought a truck, this is just came in your book, came with it.
Well, because you used to do a lot of your own stuff. When I started driving, you adjusted your own brakes.
Yeah, you were expected to know these things.
Yeah.
Basic operation of a truck.
Now
How to work your radio. See? AM, FM stereo tape. It could have been.
I'd rather have 8-track.
It's right here. Tape player controls AM, FM stereo radio with 8-track tape player.
All right. That's it.
We don't have that option.
No.
All these charts for your vehicle maintenance. Oil selection chart. Servicing your vehicle. Do not use number 2D fuel at temperatures below 20 degrees unless it is winterized.
Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck finding a place that'll sell you number 1 now.
Go to Michigan.
They used to sell it down here, but they don't no more.
Michigan still has it. I made that mistake. Like, way more expensive.
How to jack up your cab. How to operate your air jack for your cab. Look at that. There were a couple of mice turds in there. Well, you want to see if we got any power to the trailer. That should be a good ground right there.
Luckily, yeah. Let's see, turn signals.
Yep.
There's one. There's the other one. Marker light and tail light.
They all work.
Woohoo!
All right, hook a pigtail up to it. Let's go trucking. I'll push, you steer.
Yeah. Lights there.
Chris wants to know why the only chicken light we have don't work.
We gotta have chicken lights. Even one still counts.
Rob at SH Tube, can you make that for me? I need help here. Oh, that's old stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we got power.
It's probably on a separate switch.
I think I've got every switch on that I could see, that I know about. Yeah, we got power.
We got power, just no bulbs. Yeah, they're just dirty.
Look at that.
Quick, put the lens on.
Wait a minute. We only got half a chicken light. This one's blown.
Oh, it died.
Just gotta tweak it.
You gotta admit, this is probably the dumbest video I've done. However, it's fun though. In reality, we're just doing this to try to just play around with this, just to see what works and what don't. But in fact, we are gonna do a lot of work on this cab, getting things to function while it's on this body stand.
Look at that. Chicken light. Ready for the truck show. Both right here.
Well, for now.
One pedal, you drop it out. That side's the same.
Well, that makes life easy.
It's the same heater box over there.
Wonder if the one in the back ain't the same too. Kind of looks it.
Yeah.
At least similar.
It's similar, yeah.
Yeah. So, were you trying to figure out the plumbing for your airlines?
Yeah.
So I'm looking right there, you got the two that are close to the inside. Those look like outs.
Yeah, these are.
And then the too close to the end on the right side.
These
that looks like the ends, the feed from the air tanks.
This is going to be a brake coming out. That's a brake. This is that. Another one coming from there. I don't see where it goes into the cab. Let's just use this as a feed to the cab. That's got to be going to the dash valves. But that would supply everything. So I bet we could backfeed it.
Well, I got these lines here. I don't know what any of these are. That's air conditioning here.
That was, oh, that was your speedometer or tack.
Yeah.
And that's what the other one is.
Yep. Speedometer and tack, and then
I don't know what that is.
To me, it looks too small for a feed, but it might be. Then you got this. Well, and these pneumatic hoses too go to.
Well, I can take arrows and a blower and just start blowing.
So what do you have hooked up here to the shop air now?
That's the foot valve.
Okay. All right, so when you step on the foot valve, yep, right here, that one. That's coming out of this one here, the short one here. Yep, I hear that coming out the back of the cab.
So I don't have, I'm not getting air pressure gauge.
Right. That's probably going to be these little lines here.
So we find a different fitting.
So what I found over here was a C700 through C8000. I never in this system, in this series of books, I didn't find a CL. I found a C, which I'm assuming is Cabover, and then later on in the book here, I found an L. Here, like L series single axle, right? But this, I think, is the closest to the truck we actually have. So there's the setup. So right there's your foot valve fed by your primary and your secondary tanks. So that's what we're trying to figure out how that goes. But then where does it get your air gauges? Like here's your dual air gauge, and that's teeing off this line. But where is that tee? Is this done in the cab, or is it done on the chassis down the line? That's what we don't know. So we're trying to figure that out now.
Primary. So
I had the camera off and Chris goes, bingo. And I'm like, oh, great.
I've got the primary. I need the secondary.
Oh, you got the gauge working then?
One part of it, yeah.
Let me go check that out quick. Oh, yeah, yep.
Went to 0?
Yeah, went to 0. Yep.
That whole motor must swing.
That how that works? The whole thing moves?
I guess I just knocked it off.
I saw that, yeah.
Rubber bumper there. And there's one there. But when you hit it, it's trying to go that way.
Yeah. I have no idea how that actually works.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's where the air gets. Still don't have secondary air though.
All right, well, Chris figured out how the wiper motors work, which is very different from what I expected. But that's basically how they go. The pivot is here and they go back and forth. I thought that was the motor in it and these pieces wiggled on that. No, it just rocks them off that pivot right there. So we're gonna give them a try again. Now that we moved them, they may actually free up.
Might be able to hit the park position.
We'll try to park it. I'm gonna do the left. Now park is push, right? And pull to run, push to park. Try the other one. Nope. That was run. Let's park. It's on run. There ain't much air in the gauge. Gauge is only reading like 30 pounds.
Shouldn't be running off of this.
Oh.
It shouldn't.
Alright, so basically we understand now what the plumbing goes to it. So you got the electrical system, that wasn't really that hard to figure out. That's actually the simple stuff. The pneumatics got a little more complicated.
It's still not bad though, there's just so many cut hoses.
Right.
I got power, you put power to the foot valve and that supplies air to everything on the brake.
And that seems to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, only thing we didn't do was plug off the trailer to pretend that there was a trailer around there, but that seems to function. Look, all of that's going to be replaced anyway. It sat for too long to trust. But yeah, at least we know what it needs and how. We saw a sign of life with it. So yeah, long story short, the idea is we do want to start working on it, replacing stuff on this cab with it on the dolly while we have the framework being done as well, while we wait for the frame, wait for other parts. You got to bear in mind, engine's got to be rebuilt, transmission's got to be rebuilt, rear end's got to be rebuilt. All the housing's got to be powder coated, painted. There's a lot of crap that's got to go on with that, and that's going to be expensive. It's going to take time. This way we could do a lot of the smaller knick-knack paddywhack stuff on the cab. Number one, because it's just, what else are we going to do? Number two, it's easier with being lower on the ground and being up high as a truck. So that's the basic idea of today's little break from reality of working and tearing and doing everything with that step deck we've been doing. So, all right, I give this a rough idea. Like I said, we do have the frame out. That's getting made as we speak. We should have video. They did tell me they're going to send a guy with a camera to watch our frame get made as it goes down the line. So that'll be really cool too. So with that, that's about it with the Ford CL for a little while. Wanted to get you a video so you see what we were doing, what we're all about with this thing. So that's where we're at. We're pushing on hard. So I guess the next video will be a standard Orwell goes somewhere and does something video, keeping me out of trouble. All right, so with that, that's it. Later. Houston, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, like Florida, Kansas City, LA, Louisville, Memphis, Milwaukee.
Call them. Tell them we need help.
1635 West Blue Mountain Road, Suite 350, Brookfield, Wisconsin, New York. 600.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. No es posible realizar la llamada tal y como se marcó el número.
Damn it, I had a warranty claim on my truck. It says right there, customer assistance. You can't get good service today, Chris.